All right, so let us unlock Navia's story quest. Here we go. Excellent. We will be playing it through Navia's story quest.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
It's been a while, Navia.
Voice. It's Navia.
We're just hanging around here. Hi.
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
Well, actually, I was going to do the lantern rite, and then I found out that that's not happening until 2 days from now.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson?
We've wrapped up most of
Actually,
the
3 days
rebuilding,
from now.
but there are still a few things left to take care of.
Okay. And those would be?
Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
Should you really be the ones offering compensation?
Well, though the victims have received relief payments from the court, in my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, Spina di Rosula should take some responsibility as well.
Yeah, fair point.
Our financial situation right now isn't the best, so all we've been doing is signing agreements for the damages to be repaid at a later date. Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
Restore the people's faith.
Spoken like a true president. You're a really responsible leader. That must be taking up most of your time, though, right?
Oh, you bet. Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Melusa's book and decided to make a list of everything.
Smart.
This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
And then?
And then, since Melus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own.
Uh-oh.
But after running
More
a
things
few
I have to
errands in the
remember?
city,
Please,
I'm
no.
kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That does sound like you, all right. So what kind of shorthand did you use?
Oh, wanna take a look?
Let Paimon see.
I'm afraid of this.
There's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols. This looks like a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick. And this other one, is it supposed to be a boar in a box?
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
Yeah, maybe just standardize shorthand symbols, maybe just
Thank you for your advice. These
I was
are the
gonna be
kinds of
impressed if
things
she
you
remembered
only
it. I would
really figure
never
out once
remember
you've tried them out
any of
yourself.
that.
I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately, I've definitely proven myself wrong.
Well, now you know for next time.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip.
Ah, so you're going to head back now?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, wanna come with me and check out the town for yourself?
Sure.
You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all.
Yeah, we could just catch a boat, Why not?
But Paimon doesn't see why not. What
Hey.
do you think, traveler?
It would be a pretty nice break.
Then let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Oh, you mean the aquabus, right? Like the Clementine line?
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The aquabus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the Spina's boats.
Oh, okay, I see. So they've now changed the dialogue for things of like, hey, gold is like, hey, we're going, and then you can, or you can just like, hey, I want to still stick around a bit. Let's
All right,
go.
follow me. I'll
That's
take
cool.
you there.
Bit more prominent, like, hey, this is to continue the quest.
The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
Okay.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all named after people in your family, right?
That never occurred to me before. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory.
You know,
While Clementine was the name that my
I
mother
don't.
went by.
Maybe I shouldn't have admitted it. Maybe I shouldn't have admitted that, like, it's hard to remember back when Fontaine first came out. I must have found it weird that it was named Navia. But, you know, sometimes it's like your name is just popular enough to where, like, you know, Callus was probably like, you know, oh, I always loved taking the Navia line. I must name my daughter after Navia. Spina de Rosa was one of the main sponsors for the construction, right?
If you provided the
That makes
to build
sense.
the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson?
Good question.
Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it.
Look, I don't think she wants to get doxxed, so that's why she has to take a special boat home and not have like the whole public transit system in front of her house.
What I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub. So there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson. You are right that it is a bit strange though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
I mean, true.
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Yeah, I wish the Aquabus traveled further
It is
and
what
around.
it is. You know what my father was like? Even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head.
Well, something that big also wouldn't have been just his call. Or perhaps the rest of Spina didn't see a point of having a 4th line.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind,
That's a good point.
getting him to change it. From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the Spina only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. It was just not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
All right, then let's head out.
Let's head out. All aboard. Wonder if we'll be able to see this wonderful. Oh, there. Oh, that's a great opening, like, chapter reveal. Very
It'll
cool.
be a while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
That's so cool to just reveal on us taking the boat. Very cool. That one, I'm glad that they're kind of changing it up.
Oh, Paimon, sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her.
What a way to catch us up on her life story.
I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously. While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws.
That's cute.
My father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy. Their work made sure that the Spina could grow and thrive.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
I agree.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her. But sometimes, I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived?
Damn.
Silver once
I didn't
said
even think about
a
that.
name is a kind of inscription.
That line just
a way
is
to
always
etch a
reminiscent
memory
of her
into the
mother.
world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart.
That's so sad.
Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories,
Yeah.
as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea. I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even
Oh,
though
I
cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving. The
I'm
fact
so
won't
sorry
change that they
that, of
existed
everything
in
you're
my
going through
life
right now.
and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward.
Wow.
Always.
Well, do you miss him?
But no matter what, we can't change the past. But I tell myself that I need to keep looking towards the future.
Exactly.
Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
Hey, you don't always have to, but you know, you are going to be managing a group of people, so you know, sure. That's why we're here to help you out.
Sure. Let's go. I'll show you the new poisson.
Ooh hoo hoo. The new poisson. Did they manage?
Navia, do you think she's doing alright?
I mean, she's always been having to cope with one thing or another. That's true. That's true.
Okay. Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through
She's really never she's never gotten a break.
So much by herself.
So where is this located? I was like, we took the boat to Poisson, and then when she said new Poisson, I was like, oh sweet, it's gonna be a new location. No, it's the same Poisson. She just, you know, it's less destroyed now. Greetings.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Of course.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of Navia now?
Hey, I can totally take care of myself. For the time being,
Okay.
I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
Thank you for the compliment, boss.
Thank you for the
As you see,
compliment,
I've
I
been
guess.
working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
Yeah, you do.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
Great.
You're commissioning a statue?
So basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as callously unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him. But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus and everything they did.
Shouldn't Navia be featured with them too?
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble. Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire country?
It's true, you
I
did.
agree wholeheartedly. I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this, I might just float off into the sky with my parasol.
Like Mary Poppins.
Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people.
You don't have to match. It's not a competition. You know, just as long as you help the people, it's fine. So it's just a matter of time.
Thanks for the vote.
And you're
of
starting
confidence.
early. I don't know if Callus started this
Don't
early, you
think
know.
I'm ready yet. Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
Mm-hmm. We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus.
Oh, we'll have some dope statues. This is cool.
But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to
That's a
review.
good point.
There's no need for all
She's
that.
like, nah,
Let's
it's fine.
decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me.
Are you gonna pose as your father or your mother? I guess I can pose as his father. He's cool.
Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callus, and I'll be Clementine.
That's,
Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner. Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
I I don't. Look, I'll be honest. I don't know if I'm ready. To be fair, it's just that. Oh God. Okay. Do you realize what you're saying? You said that your mother and father, who were married, were great partners. Then you looked at me and you, and you're like, hey, we're also great partners. There's a connection here. I'm not ready. I didn't think we were going to get married so soon. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what? We're fine. Let's grab reference shots.
Boss. I'll go get the camera.
Oh boy.
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas?
Are we kissing on? Sorry, you shouldn't be running this show. Shouldn't you be running this show?
I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone.
Okay.
So
That's
I want
fine.
to pick your brain for a bit and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
New and interesting
I'm all good
ideas.
here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
Ooh, here we go. Okay, then let's try something imposing. Then let's try something looking out in the distance. Or why don't we strike a happy pose? You know, this is not old Paswan. Oh no, sorry, no, because this is supposed to be Callus and Clementine. Ooh, you know, we won't do imposing because Callus was like, he wasn't mean. He was always looking forward into the future of ways to improve Fontaine. So I think looking into the distance, we could do a happy pose, but I think the happy pose should represent more of the new wave of Fontaine and the Spina de Rosula, which is me and Navia. But for now, Callus, I think he would be looking off in the distance.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea?
Yeah.
Sure, let's give that a try.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate.
Hold on a second. What was that? What the heck was that? You just you pointed off in the distance and you're like looking at Navia like, hey girl. What?
Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
Thank you, Paimon. I missed you.
But there's something off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callus look too tall next to the lady.
I think she's a bit okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Are we saying that Callus is a short king? Hold on a second. I'm taking a screenshot of this. This is so funny. Oh, I love it. That's great.
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait, but we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat. This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
Oh, speaking of towns, at that bottom left corner of the screen, I have a screenshot button. Basically, this notifies people that a screenshot has been taken. This is also available for chat to use as well, which is !C to take your own screenshots. But I actually want to add a camera sound effect. Yeah, oh yeah, you heard it. Okay, well, I'm gonna find another scene and we're gonna test it out. Okay.
But then, since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of the pose would be lost.
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
Okay, let's do something imposing, huh?
Imposing, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
Oh. What? Wait. Where's the sound effect? I didn't put it on both buttons I needed. Okay, so now if I do this. There we go. Excellent. Also, this like these grins from both of them is very, very funny. I love these grins from both of them. Let me make sure I got everything here. But yeah, the grins on both of them, very, very funny. So great. Fantastic. Let's continue.
This pose. It makes me recall Spina di Rosula's glorious golden age.
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic? Was she really that kind of person? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the Spina pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Oh,
Wow.
I was just kidding! Please don't make Paimon disappear.
Disappear.
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alias. You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else.
Sure. Okay then. Why don't we just strike a happy pose then? Let's do the last option.
A happy pose?
Yeah.
You mean something like we were laughing together at a funny joke?
I mean, I guess. Oh, that's cute. Hold on, I need to take my own pictures. Acha.
Would
Oh, I didn't want a
that be
picture
able
of
to
you.
come through with just a picture?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt as well.
Yeah, it'd also be kind of weird.
Can one of you try striking a pose like you're talking while the other one laughs?
Oh, they're telling a little joke. Cute.
That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it, let's try something else.
But I was like, this is too tough. Oh, that's cute. Oh, take a picture. There we go. No, not that one. How many poses are you guys gonna go through?
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain juice now.
We're out of brain juice, okay.
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups. Man,
Okay.
if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time.
Oh.
Oh, outfits! Ugh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Ooh.
Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met while investigating Mr. Callus's case, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. She always believed that her father, Jacques, was a good person. Okay.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me.
Oh.
And she told me that she wanted to join the Spina too.
That's cool.
I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it to her
Oh,
as a
that's
gift.
cute. I actually really like
I
that.
got so busy and distracted in the city that I forgot to pick the uniform up. So I did forget something important after all.
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start.
Yeah, well, you know what? Hey, we got some cool pictures out of it.
Yeah, you're right. They'll have some value as souvenirs at least.
Yes, exactly. Be our trip here. Be right back.
Navia,
Gotta get a little sweater.
Wrong. Guess who's back?
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right.
Did we ever cross
Finally
paths
finished
here? I
serving my
don't know
time.
if we did actually cross
Gotta
paths.
say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar briny smell became a primal call.
Do we need to
Urging me
catch you
forget
up,
everything
buddy?
else
There
and
a
just
lot
come back
has
home.
happened here.
You wouldn't believe
Not
how
all
much I
happy.
missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a
Ooh, I don't know if
meal down
Melissa
there
made
in
it
the
out.
sea.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And this guy is?
Ah, let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the fortress of Meripede some time ago.
Okay, but like has he how do I say it? Does he know what happened to a lot of people being dissolved into the primordial sea? Or is he unaware of this situation that has occurred here in Poisson? This is not the best moment to come by.
But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Wait, Mr. Marcel.
Oh,
What do
we
you
got a
mean?
lot
I
to
was
catch you up
involved
on.
in some sort of plot?
Yes.
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details.
Oh, buddy.
Mr.
Oh, buddy.
Marcel
We
was somehow
got
involved with
things
all
to
that?
catch you up on.
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top.
Yeah,
That
yeah, we do.
case, a lot of things have happened in Poisson since
A
then.
lot, yes.
First things first, let me introduce you to these two.
Hi.
They're my most trusted partners.
Most
and they've been
trusted.
with me through thick and thin.
Thank you.
Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that. So you
Great.
must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing.
Yeah, we
We've
just
been cool since before we even met her.
yeah, all credit to Paimon, really.
Now you suddenly resist taking a dig at Paimon?
Nice,
It's true.
Nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract great people. Oh, that reminds me. Where are Malus and Silver? Aren't they always by your side?
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Look, I just how do I say this? You know, this is too much for me. I'm gonna let Navia break it to you.
About that.
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was before you left.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some
Don't
kind
make her
of
repeat it, man.
morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because I don't know anything about what's happened.
Nah, buddy. It's true.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They weren't the only people we lost either. Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
Malus and Melissa, dead. They're just gone?
Yeah.
Malus. I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town.
Aww.
I can't believe it.
Hey, keep it together.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
Let's sit down somewhere.
Yeah, we
so I
gotta
can tell you
like
everything that has happened while
gosh.
you were gone.
dude,
Fair warning,
it's like
There
it's kind of hitting me right now that like I've never really considered this, but like imagine you are, you know, imagine like specifically for Coulter here, who is someone who was framed, you know, to like he never committed the crime, right? It was just like he was framed for it or whatever, or he was like he was exploited to do the crime. Either way, it seemed like the way they're building the story, it seems like Coulter wasn't at fault for what he did. And it's kind of crazy. I just never really kind of considered the idea that like he would be in jail for so long that he just loses any sense of what's happening in the real world. And so to all of a sudden finally be out, finally having all these plans and all these things that you want to do with like a really close friend of yours, to then find out that they died, that's so sad.
Okay.
New mail. Whoa. I don't mean to be rude, but let me just check my mail. Twitch rewards. That's right. We got drops on. I don't. Exclamation point drops. It should be in the title. Okay. One day you stopped by a familiar voice at the court of Fontaine. As it turns out, it's Navia, still busy with the reconstruction of Poisson. At her invitation, you decide to go to Poisson to check out the present situation. Alright, Coulter. How you doing, buddy? Well, no, obviously you're not doing well. It's the whole thing. The whole thing is you're not doing... Oh, boy. Okay, we gotta climb. We gotta climb. Go. And then we go up this one too. Greetings. Navia explains everything that has happened recently to Coulter. Okay,
All
cool.
of this, it's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
I would also have found them very difficult to accept.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Romu?
Huh. Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the
Oh,
Aquabus
all
lines.
comes back to the Aquabus lines.
Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line.
That's a fair point.
But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
And in this line of business, it
And with
means
Papa's
probably someone tried to
stubbornness,
kill
I can
someone
definitely
else.
imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
That couldn't have been the first time a dispute like this happened, right?
Oh, that's a good point. If Callis was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. Navia,
That's-
boss.
That's literally every
You
day,
might
sir.
not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callus's side.
Huh. I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeo's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
Remember, your
I think
dad's
the
stubborn.
Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
So, they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side.
I mean, to be fair, that is actually a really good point. Because it's like, yeah, not only is the leader of the Spina de Rusula trying to have an argument or have a discussion about what to do with the funds with another member of Spina de Rusula who is lower rank. So already there's kind of like this tough battle that Romif, I already forgot his name because I just think I'm going Roma. So we got Roma. So there's already that power difference in the discussion already happening. On top of that, the person who's supposed to mediate this discussion not only has voiced their opinion that they want to go with Callus's idea, which then also throws off the balance of them being a mediator. They're also the person who is in love with Callus. So once again, another addition. Like, I absolutely agree. I totally agree with this take. Like, she should not have been a mediator at that point. They should have gotten a different mediator for this.
Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callus began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeo and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there's still
doing the
no
classic
proof that they
Sam
ever
goodbye.
acted in concert with Marcel.
Leaving without saying
I've
goodbye.
also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeo's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Good work.
Thank you for that.
Good work,
Laurent.
soldier.
And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk?
A little walk and
I've
talk.
heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down.
Hey,
even
that's
now.
fair, dude. That is
I
fair.
mean to think that I'll just never see them again.
Ah, in that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Oh, of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
We want to see Adele cheer up. We want to see the future star of Spina.
We really are the best of partners. Come on, let's go.
Please stop using the word partner, because like it's implying more male. goodness. Aren't we popular today? Look at that. Don't forget to link your Twitch account to your Hoyoverse account to get rewarded. I'm not looking at it. I'm not looking at look, I promise you I'm not looking at Elon's butt.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip.
A hiking trip.
Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a break. Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about the destination.
Hopefully my
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before.
Okay.
It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Yes, indeed.
Paimon thinks you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this
Catch
way
a
hundreds
boat?
of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two. The spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse.
I don't really think that's a bad thing though.
Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Okay.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Schnacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons? Paimon's been
Macarons?
dreaming of them.
Yep, I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Malus and Silver used to take care of tasks like this. Okay, the stove's looking good. And as for the ingredients, seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most important ingredients of all.
I think I literally have like hundreds of those in my inventory, so I can give you some.
Oh, would you? Oh, but it would be too much to ask.
No,
you
it's
to
in my
go on a
pocket
trip
right
just
now.
for
I
those.
already got it.
We should contribute to making the macaron too. Don't worry, we cook out in the wild all the time, so she should have some stuff on hand.
Oh, that's great. Then I'll leave the ingredient gathering to you. As long as we have some sweet flours and wheat, I can start the baking.
Excellent.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove.
I'll
Let's
get the
to work,
boxes.
everyone.
Okay. Thanks, buddy. Well, I already got everything.
Ah, how did it go? Did you find the ingredients?
They've been in my pockets for several months, so enjoy.
You've all done your part. Just leave the rest to me.
Sure.
Whoa, these macarons look and taste magnificent! Your cooking is as good as ever, Navia.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptionally talented she is.
That's why I'm going to ask her to marry
It's
me.
just a hobby. There's no need to praise me for it like that.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
Look. Oh my gosh. Okay, look, I'm going through. Look, you guys asked this to me before. Okay? I am having some troubles here, okay? Navia asked me that we made great partners, okay? But then she said that right after the line where she said her parents made great partners. So right now, when we're talking about us being good partners, we're talking about marriage now. Like, I think Navia just wants to marry us. She's like, oh, my parents were such good partners. Hey, we're great partners too. It's like a hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Look, I'm taken. I can't, Navia, I can't. There are still some important things we must do.
I see. Is that why you have to always stay on the road?
Yeah, I'm a traveler. That's what they call me.
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay
Ooh,
in one
good,
place
good. This is
for long.
beautiful, beautiful shot.
The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down. Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Navia's right.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of
Those
Navia's
macarons.
I
Macaron.
understand now. Then I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you. I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water in celebration of this moment.
Oh. Huh? Who goes there? I thought I heard something just now. Was it a small critter?
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing? Quick,
Oh,
join in on the
yeah,
toast.
sorry. Cheers,
May
yeah.
your travels go smoothly. May the Spina continue to grow.
Absolutely, may the
May
Spina
our
continue to
friendship
grow.
last until the end of time.
Till the end of time.
All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away. Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
How's the business?
The Demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense.
Right.
We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. No, and don't forget, she's the boss now.
So be nice.
My mistake, my mistake.
Breaking
I
some
just got so used to
legs.
calling her Demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect Demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navia's always liked to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here.
She cares
We
about the
mostly
kid.
just needed a walk to clear our heads.
But also you care about the kid,
Nothing's
right?
more
That's the whole
uplifting
point.
than taking the first step on a new
So that we
journey.
can personally get it and personally give it
Boss
back.
has
Give
got
it
a
to her.
point. Going on a trip with friends is always better than staying cooped up at home.
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve the uniform for you.
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me.
That's cute.
After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa.
Oh,
So,
we're being spied
as a
on.
result, she found all the rest of the species
Show yourself,
scary as well.
Criminal! Caught you in the
Spina
act.
is very different now.
No,
She
missed.
mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her.
Hey, you know, the two of you have contended with similar circumstances.
You could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her closure at the same time. She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
So I wasn't just hearing things.
Is something up, Traveler?
Someone's tailing us.
Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Sure. Oh, sure, I'll hold on to this.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Oh. Well, we got...
Right there.
We're after you, criminal scums. We're gonna get you. You better keep running. Angle glare. Pepsi.
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Let's beat him up.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's a fight. Oh. Ooh-hoo-hoo.
Watch out!
Bam. Obsessive follower?
Watch out!
Are these our simps? What's happening here? God damn. God damn, she just deleted these dudes.
Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
Speak.
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep
Yeah.
silent.
Recognize your situation and don't entertain any fantasies of escape. We got people up and above and down below as well.
How did it go, boss? Are any of you hurt?
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you were sorely mistaken.
Sorely mistaken.
Anyway, stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight. We admit it. We lost.
Yeah, you
Get
did.
revenge? Wait, you're not Romeu's followers, are you?
The very same.
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
Hey, advise you to calm down.
Indeed. You haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys and look for an opportunity to really mess up your day. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
You're lying. You're lying.
Huh?
You followed us all the way here.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything. And now it should be pretty obvious that we can't do anything to you anyway.
Okay. It's not... They're like, we didn't do anything. No. You did do something. You stalked us. You were just cowards and weak and couldn't do anything as well. It's a two-part issue.
Seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we let the drink go to our heads.
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank you. I'll let our boss know.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time.
Hold on.
Understood?
Got him.
All right. We get it. Come on, let's go.
That's so funny.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
All around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, We already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk. I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeo's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the fight. We have yet to go into a domain.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway,
It's how I
now that we
feel
sent them
as
packing,
well.
we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already. So why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson
Cendre.
tomorrow. I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows, they smell.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight.
Yeah, Paimon.
Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten used to it. We can still go out in the evening for some grilled fish and drinks, though. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that
Okay,
sound?
that sounds great, by the way, yeah.
That does sound pretty cool. Okay, Paimon's on board now. Let's go. Paimon wants to sing too.
Oh boy. All the way down there at 181. Go. Wee! Oh! Wee! Look at that. Poof! Demon killer. That's how powerful Nahida is. Hello, kids. Hello. Let me fit through there. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me just jump down here. Excellent. No, but oh.
What are
As you were saying, Yanni, for that perfect landing.
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon. If you think about it, it would be kind of weird if the Spina's base at the court was some super luxurious building like the Palais Marmonia.
Totally.
Yeah.
Right on the money, Paimon. Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court. He was a very ambitious man.
Very ambitious.
Who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
Okay.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
No, I don't remember the room number.
Did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendre? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Damn, Paimon.
I'm sorry! Please have mercy, Navia. If you do that, then Paimon really won't be able to sleep at all.
Navia not taking no
I
sh.
was just kidding. Be on your way now.
She's like, you said what? Oh, we got more mail? What's this mail about? Hey, go ahead and hit exclamation point drops if you want to get some rewards for watching mine or any other Genshin streamers Twitch channels. You get rewards. Okay. Well, sorry to bother you. That's I'm here to sit inside the banquet. Right in front of this other guy. He's like, is this chair taken? No. As things slowly die down, you return to your room with Paimon.
Hello? Are you asleep yet?
Did something happen, Navia?
Oh no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest.
Look, look, I get it. Okay, you're being very upfront. Okay, you compared your parents to being partners, and then you immediately said that we were also partners, kind of implying that at some point we'll probably get married. And now you're telling me that we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often. We should enjoy it to the fullest. I'm not very comfortable with it. So I'm gonna go to sleep, okay? You're still here, okay.
Wanna go fishing?
Oh,
I've got some rods and
yeah.
lures ready.
Fishing, yes, fishing. That's what I was thinking that as well.
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
Yes, we were fishing all night. Mhm.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything.
You're good since the invitation is coming from you.
I knew it. You really are my best partner. Okay, let's go. To the fishing spot.
To the fishing spot. Fish with Navia. Wait, is it 42 or 4? Oh, 400. Yeah. We're teleporting indeed.
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
They're interesting.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know, attentively watching the float and then
Paimon, she just wants to spend time with us because we're her partner and that we're gonna fall in love one day and get
That's
married
one
and
way
have
to enjoy
kids.
fishing. What do you think, Traveler?
Which I think by that time, there'll be technology to allow both of us to get pregnant at the same time. I like Paimon's method, manually all the way.
Then let's try regular rods next time. We can have a real fishing competition.
A real fishing
I'm
competition.
mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
It might just be something that runs in my family.
I mean, it could be.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina.
Your mother.
My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say.
That's fair.
My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood.
Aw,
All
that's
the members
nice.
of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Maloose and Silver were always
Wow.
there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was.
They
When I
cared?
was young, I often thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Maloose come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me. I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing to the best of your abilities. Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
Navia, it's must still be really hard for you.
sorry. I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight.
Hey, that's what partners do. We talk
I
about
was
things.
just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's. And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least. Hey, look!
Ooh.
I think you've got something on the line.
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together.
That's why we do stick with manual.
Can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
You want Paimon to help too?
Finally managed to reel in the prize catch together. After some time, you finally for the rest of the night, your rod continues to rack up catch after catch, while for some reason, Navia can't seem to hook a single fish. Navia is quite upset about her bad luck, but it's only when you begin to head back that Paimon discovers the real reason to the mystery why she didn't get a single bite.
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Great. Wow. Okay. Just shows how kind she is, you know, she doesn't want to hurt the fish.
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Well, your rod was missing.
We've been
a part, too,
deceived by
so
Coulter?
I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing
Shaking my
parts
head.
here-
Coulter, I trusted you.
Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
All right, go to bed. I had a great time today.
Alright, we'll see you tomorrow, Navia.
See you tomorrow.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Ah, so how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
Let's just snap a picture here. And just where did you get that from? Yanni also had the same idea.
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
See? This guy gets it!
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
Mm-hmm. Alright. How far is that? Oh, that's 800. Oh, that's... Yeah, we gonna teleport there. So far, so it seems like Coulter is also working for the other Spina de Rusula faction, but like, at least so far, I feel like, you know, Coulter listening to all of this, it's like, do you really feel like they're still bad? You know, like she took the time to listen to your story and listen to everything that happened. Maybe in some way he can blame her. I don't know.
Adele, we're back. We brought you a gift from the court too.
Yanni says you should treat your party to a meal. They're half dead. Yeah, they're fine. They're not hungry. They'll let me know.
Much, boss.
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Boss is fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
It's been a while.
It's us, kid. Hey, how's it going? Hello again.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case.
No problem. I'm glad we could
I've
solve
heard that you
it.
also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
Oh, please, please.
You're
We're
really
travelers.
amazing. And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she must be super amazing too. What's in this thing? Can I look?
Of course. Go ahead.
That's cute. Little suit.
Ah, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform. Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
Gonna grow into it.
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it. Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
It's true.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish and took it seriously.
Now both my husband and my daughter will die in the line of combat. I appreciate your consideration, Navia and Callus, for all the things you've helped my family. Oh.
Thanks to the protection of the Spina, even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
That's good.
Oh, it's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Yes, yes.
Boss!
Oh. What?
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
What? Explosives? What do they want?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received your letter yesterday.
What letter?
But Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
Oh.
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation. Well, too late now, I suppose. Florent, where are they keeping their explosives?
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
Wait, could that mean?
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
A terrorist attack.
Certainly sounds.
Oh, Scaramouche is ready to join the terrorist attack.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina.
Scaramouche is like, I'm ready. Let's go blow up the lines. Like, no, that's not what we're doing. We're trying to stave the line.
They manage to blow up the Aquabus line. All that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
All right.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people.
We have
in
to stop
Poisson.
them. Absolutely.
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you?
Sure.
If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground.
Yeah,
Let's
that makes
stop their
sense.
insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Got it.
Leave it to us, Navia. Please stay safe, too.
Please stay safe, Navia.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Oh.
Watch out, boss!
Damn. This is when he attacks.
What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeo too?
Hold on. It's just that this guy, right? Like, let me just think about this for a second. He is like, look, this is what he did. This man was like, oh, I have an idea. What if I attacked her when she is surrounded by people? Like, this is the perfect opportunity for me to attack. I'm not gonna attack any other way. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, buddy? Like, there was like legitimately other ways that you could have attacked her alone. She trusts you, so you could literally have gone to her at night, said like, oh, there's some sort of emergency, we gotta alert the others, and then backstabbed her. But you did this in front of a kid, the child's mother, in front of one of the businessmen, in front of me, Paimon. Like, what did you think was going to happen, buddy? Oh my god, they're a bunch of idiots. They're all a bunch of idiots. Do I have an idiot sound effect to play? But here we go. How dumb is this guy? Why is he so dumb? Yanni says, should have attacked during the festival sharpshooting event. Was one of the maps. Yeah, exactly. There were so many other things that you could have done.
I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we drop our guard.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas.
So you're a third faction?
Because out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
Wow.
You better stick close to me.
Romeo promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeo has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Melusan Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead. All because of you.
Hey, you know, it's not entirely her fault. In fact, sir, because we are speaking with a crazy man, I'm going to do this on the fly, knowing that I shouldn't because it's going to take a little bit while. And we have to do the mad shot. Okay, you know what? This doesn't, you know, this was supposed to do, hold on. I think I have to stretch it a bit differently. Hold on, we got it. I'm trying to replicate the anime look, right? What if we did 2? Oh yeah, 3? What the heck is this one? Hello there, guys. Hold on. Okay, I'm actually hold on. I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna keep this one for ultra weird, but this is not the creepy one. I need a creepy look. So yeah, that's welcome to Nightmare Fuel. Let's go back to the corner here. Damn, Coulter. Look at your chest there, buddy. Woo-wee. I hate you, Navia. Navia. Why? Why did you forsake me? Navia, please. I just want to hate you so much. I hate you because you made everyone die. Oh, my eyes hurt from like moving back and forth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. There. Give him a little bit of rest here. Oh, okay. That was all Nightmare Fuel. So, let's continue.
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Yeah.
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aqua bus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for critical thinking. The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss. He's just spouting nonsense.
But also, like,
have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing?
I was gonna say that like this guy, it's like, did you learn nothing from hanging out with Navia and seeing how much she cared for everyone and that she's like trying her best? Like we legit had like a personal conversation over macarons. Like there was like a lot of stuff that you can like see that she's genuinely trying to make a difference, that she's genuinely trying to do something, you know? And then here you are, you're like, maybe you only got respect because of Callus and Clementine child? That you never done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing? A big poo-poo head? Like, what are you doing, guy?
Have you ever considered that? Maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came.
You need to get help, buddy.
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me?
No.
Is their kindness...
Their kindness is real. They care about you.
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia.
Yeah.
Mom loves her too. I don't know how to explain it, but I like her, and that's that.
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to.
Oh,
Boss,
damn.
There's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Hey, where's Traveler? We gotta step in.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
Oh, damn. Oh, here we go.
Watch out!
Oh, this is dope. She's like, let me show you how much I love it by beating the hell out of all of you.
Coming at ya!
Oh, they brought even treasure hoarders.
A proper send-off from the Spina with love.
Hey there!
Hey there! Ha-ha!
Umbrella warfare. Yes. Yes.
I'll leave the town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly, and don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians.
Drown them if you
Allow
have
my
to.
partner to face the danger on the Clementine line alone.
Got it, boss. I'm on it.
Oh yeah, that's right. They send us to the
Are you okay,
Clementine.
Navia?
I don't know, but I have to go.
Excellent, because I am also part of the faction that also hates you.
Let's hurry up there. We have to protect the Clementine line.
Absolutely, nothing bad is happening in Poisson.
If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Good call, Paimon.
Take it easy.
This actually might be a place that doesn't have
Gotcha.
our quest that doesn't have a domain. It doesn't really make sense to have a domain anymore. Oh, that looks like an
Take it
explosive, all right.
Hey,
Halt, gentlemen.
as a good night should.
Let the world come alive!
Gentlemen, get out of the way.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we
Well,
disable it?
it seems like we'll need
I'm
some
scared to
sort
touch any
of
this stuff.
elements. What's that?
There's a strangely shaped hole here.
Could it be
What
some
is
sort of
that?
keyhole?
Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Maybe one of the people we just beat up has the key. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other. Let's see what we can find.
Well, first I want to try this out. Okay, that does nothing. So I guess we'll search.
Let me turn this guy over. He's super heavy. He could probably eat a whole Paimon just for breakfast.
Alright, let's continue searching. A radish. There you go.
You found it! That's amazing!
Stop the imminent explosion. But what if the key turned it on? Oh,
That
here
should
we
do
go.
it, right? Navia and Florent should be able to relax now.
Oh, I just realized I was attacking the bombs earlier. That's probably not
You're
good.
Right. They could have set explosives elsewhere too. Let's go.
More support beams. Gotcha. Whoa, cutscene. Avalanche, but not. Oh my god, the.
They're gonna bury Poisson.
Damn, look at this cutscene. Dude, dope. Oh my god, this is so cool.
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
What?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Luck. I'm doing this the Spina way.
Look at these. So cool. Oh, this is great. Oh, yes, let's go. She looks so cool. Oh, that's cute. Love it. Having been alerted, members of the Maison Droguerie. Back to Mera PD go.
Even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse. All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
Take him away, boys.
Everyone! And you are so cool.
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
You feeling a bit fatigued? You did a lot.
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once.
Here, fall asleep in my arms.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used to seeing you like this.
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well. Seems like Romeo really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all, too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Good shit.
Got it. That's good, at least.
What now, buddy?
Walter, I can understand how you feel. The things that we lost, they're forever beyond our grasp now. And that makes them appear even more precious. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I still believe that this is a great opportunity to start anew. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to the Aquabus routes.
Oh?
So that one day, the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons it brings as well.
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus would never have said anything like that. There are too many things in life that are just beyond our control. In that, we are the same.
Henceforth, you are no longer a member of Spina di Rosula. But once you're discharged from the fortress again, you're welcome to pay another visit to Poisson.
This time without the knives, please.
As I thought. Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
She is also, I must say, a truly unlucky person. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon. If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again.
Oh, that's so sad.
Standing there, tall and proud. It makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Oh, right. Yeah, we gotta catch
Just
you
give
up.
her some time.
Yeah, that's right. You guys, we were busy finding out the bomb. Yeah, I'll get you back to Poisson.
Thank you so much. Can you give me a hand? I really don't have much strength left. Traveler, I want to ask you something. And please, tell me the truth.
Oh, screenshot.
Do you really see me as your partner?
Look, you're asking the question again. Oh, well, about that, yeah, do I see you as a partner? We make a great partner, yes, but not in the way that your parents do, where they eventually, you know, came together and came together, wink, and made you. We are just good buddies, good old pals, you know, best of buds. That's what we are.
Of course.
Voice.
Good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
How do you feel, Navia? Any better after taking a break?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should probably still rest for a few more days. Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me.
Hey, but that's just because I've never heard you doubt yourself before.
I used to think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far in life. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
Don't think like that, Navia.
Of course.
You've already done more
You're
than
amazing,
enough.
Navia.
No matter what others think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
I agree.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession as well.
Oh no. You were part of a third faction.
There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss. Please, follow me. Everything is already prepared.
Rate the statues!
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't
Why
worry.
would he keeping this
The
statues a
surprise
secret?
will be a pleasant one.
He's like, I have already been making the statues. Let's go see what he has to offer. Actually, I want to say this before we go here, because I assume this is like the conclusion. It's gonna be very wholesome and sweet. I wish when you choose to go through a Genshin story quest, it is about that character and their story. And sometimes with Genshin quests, like for example, Nahida's story quest, it was less about her and more about other people, and she was heavily involved with it, but it was less about Nahida. It didn't make it worse, but like I personally would rather have story quests that relate closer to the character. Baizu's is another story quest where it's like, I want to learn more about Baizu and not necessarily about, you know, someone that Baizu is involved with, you know. And so what I really like about Navia's story quest is that it is very much a personal story quest about Navia and the things that she is going through on a day-to-day basis, which I really enjoy. So I do wish that more story quests were actually about the character's story than just the character being involved in a story. Hey everyone, a little celebration here? What's going
Why is
on?
everyone gathered here? And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were
Oh, Farina's
originally
showing up
planning to
too.
show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before. So I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Oh.
Do I really look?
She's like, oh no.
If you're ready, I'll unveil the present.
Unveil. Damn, Callus looks so cool. Oh no, I'm gonna cry. Is that the statue? That's what he's gonna make. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so sweet.
This is Papa, Mother.
Oh, that's making me cry. That got me. Wait, the tears are gone.
As
Oh,
well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
wow.
Wow.
That got me. Good
This
job.
is the statue
Good job,
you
Genshin.
mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With Navia around, we're not worried about this place's future.
We're gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly.
No,
I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
that's cute.
That's what we believe as well.
I will also always believe in the bond between us.
Thank you so much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept everyone's support for what it is.
Absolutely.
This really is quite the
Don't get in your
surprise.
own head.
I never
This is a
thought
life lesson.
I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
Dude, Callus looks so freaking cool. Holy moly, Callus. Dude, Callus is just so... What a Chad. Man, why can't we get a character like Callus? This is like the best designed male character in Genshin. Oh my god. Dude, Callus looks so awesome. Wow, I love Callus's design.
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I'm honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
How about the gift from the townspeople?
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family
Aww.
photos. I've never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. It seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all.
Yeah. Got a lot of people who care about
Seems
you.
like I started to question myself a bit too much. Looking back on it,
Clementine.
I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, it's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for me.
That's so depressing. But this is the hardest task I've ever had to live. To live a happy life.
Though my parents had very different personalities, they
That's
always
so
had a lot
funny.
of respect for each other. The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the clan.
True.
I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the building of the lines.
Got one more.
It seems like looking back on it, I'm,
You see me as your partner?
Whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me.
What do you mean? I was super embarrassed every time you
Forget
asked
it
me.
Now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on. Please don't ever mention it again.
Cute. Man, what a great quest. Once again, like, I'm not gonna make, okay, I was about to make some comparisons, but I think Genshin just does such a great job with story quests. You know, I'll make the comparison because it is something that frustrates me as well. I wish that there was consistency between the Hoyoverse games, because like the companion stuff in Star Rail is like extremely disappointing because you don't really learn much about the characters. Sometimes the quests last like 10 minutes. Like, it's a very mixed bag on what you'll get between companion quest to companion quest. But what I really love about the way some of the Genshin story quests are is that they do, in this example with Navia, is they focus so much on Navia and her story and the struggles of trying to grow past the legacy that her father and her mother left behind, to try and get past a lot of the horrifying, terrible events that have occurred under her rule as part of the Spina de Rosula. Seeing that struggle, seeing her get through that is just an awesome quest. That is like such a wonderful thing because you want to learn more about that character. You want to learn more about that story. And it's very easy for me to see other story quests in Genshin that aren't specifically about this character. It's more like this character is heavily involved with this quest, and those quests don't pull me in as much because the whole reason why I wanted to go through the story quest was to learn more about that character, to learn more about that character's story. So I really appreciate that Navia's story quest is about her. It is focused solely on her. I haven't done the Cloud Retainer quest, so if you're watching this on YouTube, come back tomorrow. I'll be posting my Cloud Retainer quest on the channel. Also, by the time you're watching this YouTube, we should also be doing multi-streaming as well. Now that I've kind of consistently been able to stream, you should be seeing some streams over there as well. Either way, whether you want to stick on YouTube or join us over on Twitch, where you get a bit more things like taking random screenshots. Either way, thank you for coming by, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.